What's going on? This is Julian with True Nerd, and we are back with another video today talking about subscription services like Game Pass, EA Play, Ubisoft Plus, things of that nature. There's been a few articles or a couple articles that have come out recently praising the services. I've also had some conversations with devs that choose not to be a part of these services. So we're going to just talk a little bit about both sides of the coin here. Over here. So recently, over on Windows Central, there was a story by Samuel Tolbert that talked about the Citizen Sleeper dev praising Xbox Game Pass. Now, I do have a little bit more information or knowledge about Game Pass than I do other services. A certain amount I cannot talk about, but overall we understand that devs get money to put their games on the service. In some cases, certain games are highlighted, and we're going to go into that piece a little bit more as well. But I've talked about this before and why I enjoy Game Pass. And then we have another story here that I'll go into, one of my second points. But the thing that I really enjoy about Game Pass, and I guess EA Play and and those are a little bit more niche, but there's two things. There's a certain amount of money that goes directly into the pocket of developers. Now, this may not be as big of a deal for a larger AAA studio, AAA publisher, but for those indies, this is money that they're seeing that they may have never gotten a chance to kind of get into their pocket. So it kind of gives them a head start when it comes to recouping the development cost, keeping that studio open. So that's one of the main things. And in this article, you have another point that people often bring up is you are already bought into the service. So kind of scrolling through and picking out a game that you may have not ever spent your own money on, it's a little bit easier to kind of spend time with different types of titles, different types of experiences. For instance, I tried out Unpacking. I actually 100%ed the game. I may have talked about this before, but on any regular day, there wouldn't have been a reason for me to pay for that game. Not saying that it was a bad game, it's just at that time, it wasn't my type of title. But services like Game Pass and Ubisoft Plus and EA Play draws more attention to titles like this. Now, I was at PAX West last year, maybe the year before, and I was talking to a developer about the reason that he chooses not to join services like Game Pass. And he was saying that there are times where it seems like certain titles get a little bit more boost when it comes to their placement on the pages, advertisement, things of that nature. Totally understand that. So it draws that attention away from their game. But I would say overall, I think it's beneficial for certain titles to kind of go on Game Pass. You just get that extra exposure. Now, kind of going into my second kind of point when it comes to subscription services, there was an opinion piece over on GamesIndustry.biz by Rob Fahey. And he was just talking about, could subscription services rescue the AA tier game? And this is definitely something that I've talked about before. So recently you've had games released like, and more specifically, how do you say this game? I just want to make sure I get the title correct. Immortals of Avium. AAA type title that overall actually got decent critical reception, but did not sell a lot. Now, I believe it did cost $70, and I think even a day where games cost $50, $60 as well, there's so much content out on the market, and this person kind of calls it out in the article as well. People have a certain amount of money that they are willing, are able to spend. So if I can pay $10, $15, even $20 a month and have access to all of these titles, it's a lot more beneficial for the consumer, and just that concurrent player number and things of that nature. It also benefits some of these smaller games. Again, going back to getting these games on these services, you start with a certain amount of money already in your pocket. You start with a certain audience already. I forgot how many subscribers Game Pass has currently. Not saying that you're going to reach every single subscriber, but you just start off in a better position, in my opinion. Now, this won't be beneficial for every single game out there, but I think we're entering a space where more AA studios are coming back because of layoffs, because of people leaving the larger companies to kind of get their creative freedom back. I am a huge proponent of subscription services. I just think with the amount of content that is available right now, this is kind of what makes the most sense for the majority. Because when you think about, I think Game Pass is about $180 per year. That's roughly 2 to 3 games full price. If you get some deals or sales in there, maybe about 5 games. So when you really think about it, if you play or if you try out at least 3, if you normally buy 3 Xbox games a year, you have paid for your subscription. So sorry, it just got a little distracted. But like I said, let me know what you all think in the comments. Are you a fan of subscription services? Do you play more on PC where a lot of these titles can go on sale or be super cheap relatively early? Hey, let me know what you think. Let's start a conversation. For me, I think these will be around. I think this is especially in a digital future, I think this is the way things are going to go moving forward. The option to buy full price games will always be there, but I think for your average consumer, I think once kind of more everyday, not your bleeding edge kind of gamers and consumers get into this space, I think this is the way moving forward, especially with digital streaming, things of that nature. So yeah, let's talk about it. Stay tuned to the channel for more videos like this. And yeah, we'll see you later on True Nerd.